All right, well, welcome everybody to the Jeep Liberty 2012 window repair and detail. Got out nice sunny day on Sunday and cleaned it up. What you're seeing now is right after the car wash. I'm going through and looking through for scratches and surface issues. For the most part, this has just gone through the car wash, so that's all it's done. Knocked all the dust off and cleaned it up. Look at that hunk of man there next to it. This is after waxing it. I did a paint cleaner and a compound wax. Pulled most of the scratches out of the hood. You can see some dings there from the rocks, but that's Utah for you. Cleaned up the tires, the rims, all the chrome. The metallic paint job really pops in the sun. Looks good. Everything's just pop pop. For the most part, I just went through, spent several hours just giving it really good detail, knocking all the dust off of it. You can tell that the rims really maintained really well. It's been in the garage most of its life, so yeah, it's looking good. So here you'll see the engine bay. I took some time to clean it up, get all the plastics all oiled up and everything, and it's got a 3.7 liter in it. Yeah, so we also have, just go through and clean the compartment up, get all the dust, sand, dirt, make sure there's nothing unhooked. Runs really well. Really happy with it. Okay, so here you see me wrestling with this door panel, which has been taken off more than once. It's a really poor design of Jeeps to have the rails in the door panel. It's a full. You can't get to the motor. You can't get to all the relay switches. You have to take this panel off. There's a little bit of access where the speaker is, but for the most part you have to take all these bolts off. You have to slide the lock and the handle and the electrical all through the door panel here, and the likelihood of breaking some plastic is high. Likely of going crazy is is another one that drives me nuts. I hate dropping stuff. As you can tell here, I dropped the socket and it rolled all the way across the floor. So getting to this door is difficult, especially for a big guy like me, but I recovered quickly. And you can tell that I don't know, once you take this thing apart it's just like secondary, but these bolts are so loose when they come out that the ratchet can't even spin it, so you have to just sit there and brr. One day I'll invest in some Makita socket ratchets. So, but for the meantime, this is how you take this apart. You just have to be patient and careful. As you can tell, when this window broke, well, the glass didn't break, but when the track broke, I had to duct tape it up in the middle of freaking crazy winter time. We were doing the Christmas lighting, and when I hit the button it just sounded like a bunch of glass just crunching together, but it's the cords, which you'll see in a minute, that are causing a problem. So good thing this piece is under warranty. It's funny, I go to O'Reilly's and they just laugh at me and they're like, yeah, we'll get you another one on order, no problem. So this time I found that there's some tricks that you can do to keep it from happening again. This whole panel has to be bolted down when you test the window, because it uses the frame of the door as a push-pull method. So yep, as we see here, I'm just getting all these bolts out. It's crazy how many bolts are holding this panel in. I mean, we have 2 bolts holding the alternator in, but we have 10 bolts holding this door panel in. It's crazy, but yep, there I am. But yeah, just showing you here all the bolt holes, and then yeah, just all the little places that, good grief. And then you have the door handle. You have to pop off here. I didn't have a flathead screwdriver. I just thought I could pop it off because it's been on and off like 3 times. But I eventually get it off there. For all of you who are like, come on, get a flathead screwdriver, needle nose. I think eventually, here we go, boom. Just like that, take that off, and then basically slide that out. You have to get your electrical. The electrical is nice and strapped in there, so that's what I like about that quality. And then you have your motor electrical that you have to pop off. This thing's super confusing because it has a breaker at the switch. There you go, people. You can watch a high level view of me trying to get that out of there. But for the most part, yeah, you just you kind of work your way around things. There's like some wiring, and there's the door lock and the door handle switch, and then there's one little connection up in there that you have to pop out. The instructions say to take that door the door handle off, and I was like, forget that. So there's a little access panel there. You see me put my flashlight in there, and don't stick the flashlight in your mouth, but I did. It happens, especially when it's all nice and dark. But yeah, get that out, and then you pull the or you attempt to pull that out, but then I realized you got to get all this stuff. It's just very coordinated. You have to just, and you pull that out. The electrical you have to pop back in. See, there's a little little washer there that you have to pop in. I'm not sure what I'm fiddling with there, but oh yeah, that's the motor. Motor connection. Just be careful as your cars get older, depending on the climate you're in, that connector can break pretty easy. So yeah, watch the fun. I eventually get it. Most of this I eventually get and switch over to a flathead, and you know, this is after working all day, so, and it's freezing. It was freezing in the garage that day. It was just so cold. But yeah, just popping through here. As you can see, sorry about, I'm new to this YouTube thing, so I'm working on getting me some cameras, and that way you guys can see, probably do like a chest camera so you can see what I'm doing all the time. But yeah, there goes the panel, and then whoop, see, hey, and then there's the broke piece. It's right there. It all got bound up. Gets bound up right there. It's terrible design. But yeah, that's and then I bring it down here to show you the connections. And again, I'm going so fast, so I apologize, but yeah, that's the slide rail inside the door that holds the panel, and then you have the door handle and the door lock mechanism there. So as we move on here, I went and got the piece. I'm putting it back together. You can tell the you know, it's just a full panel door. It's not bound up. You can see the lovely duct tape job I did on the windows that frozen cold night, and I don't know, it lasted about 15 days until the duct tape started to give way. Word of advice here, don't put duct tape on your paint, because I did that. So it's hard to get off. But yeah, so I'm just here. Never mind the haircut and the crazy hair. I just go after things, and but you'll see how we do like a reverse hookup. You have to bring the electrical through. Let me turn on a light so it doesn't help. If any of you have hung in this long. We only got about 4 minutes left in the video, so just set you up there. But yeah, you bring the electrical through, make sure that it's not hitting any of the metal, because while you're working you can pull that, you can cut the electrical lines, or at least get them to where the exposed wires, and then you'll arc off. Don't be that guy, because I've been there. So but yeah, it's basically, you just have to put everything together in place. Like I hooked the motor up right there. You have to make sure this long door handle deal goes right in there, and you can bend it just a little bit, but don't pop your electrical seal. Needs to be popped out pretty much the whole time you're doing this. And yeah, you just continue to run the wires through. You have to get this door latch plug in before you do anything else. I just realized that you have to put that in. Always stop and think, obviously, to see how things are going to function. I don't like doing things over and over again, especially something that I've already fixed once. So there you go. There's the door lock, the handle. Then I go and pull all the duct tape off the window, because the window's going to go down in the slide. Again, it makes a gooey mess. Get that wire put in there. And so this is a point where you do need needle nose, or real experienced, to get that plug to plug back in right in the door there. So I always just take a break when I get to a certain point. I think I go and pull the duct tape off here in just a second to free up the window. So like I said, you have an access point through the speakers, so that makes it convenient. But I am sitting there thinking, how in the heck, just making sure everything's good, because I've got to the point where I put this whole thing on, and I've had to take it off. But again, I'm just reviewing there's a little plug right in there that makes it really difficult to get to. So, but yeah, so you can see that panel just fits right up in there. And then you want to review all the points. So I think I take the duct tape off at this point. Hello everyone, that's what my eyes were saying. See, got the tape stuck to the paint. That was not bright. So all that goo, just ugh. And you can see how the Jeep's dirty. It's not looking really good. And then yeah, we're moving into just showing you the door panel that's off. This is the new panel, I do believe. Yep, that's the new panel. So that's what that looks like. All nice and neat. And yeah, slowly making my way over here. And then just showing you how the doors put back together. You have your lock and unlock there. You have your plug in the door there, and then everything is all tied nice backing up. That's the switch, and those are and then the handles hook back up, and then you have your door panel that you slide back on. So poor thing's been on and off a million times. So at this point, just showing you that the window's working. It's going up and down. How nice. So that's it.